So welcome back to video 6. What we're going to do in this is break down some simple twists and then get into a little bit more complex twists. All right, so twists are challenging in our physical body. And also I want you to remember when, in just understanding your spine, your neck and your lower back have a lot of mobility. Your thoracic, your upper spine, we sit, we round. We go through heartache and loss. There's a lot of reasons why we do this. So the twists bring new breath and energy into this heart center, and especially because the attachment to your rib cage, it gets kind of sticky in there. So I want you to think about how important the breath is when you twist. So simple, as you inhale, you want to think length in your spine, and then as you exhale, you emphasize the rotation. All right, so let's get started. Separate your feet relatively wide, keep them parallel, but not too wide. Take your hands onto your hips and to take that deep breath. As you exhale, you're going to take a forward fold. Now, place your hands right underneath your shoulders. Center your left hand. You might want to put your hand up on a block or a book. Get creative. Take your right hand to your sacrum, so it's right at the base of your lower back. Take a deep breath so you extend through your spine and then begin to revolve to the right. And as you do this, you're starting to revolve into your upper chest. And then reach your right arm out and then maybe up towards the sky. If you need to let your left hip dip a little bit, that's absolutely fine. You want to feel no pain in your lower back. You want to feel the breath and the movement in your upper spine. Take one more breath and then bring your right hand down. Center your right hand. Place your left hand at the base of your spine. Take that deep breath and then begin to revolve towards your left. And then pin this left hip in, reach your left arm out, and then as you twist, most of you, including me, will find that place where you're like, it's as far as I'm going. So we stay and listen. And with your breath, get length through the spine. As you exhale, maybe it's a subtle little twist, right? Those little shifts make big differences. Take one more inhale, and then bring your left hand down. Place your hands to your hips, come all the way up to standing. Now, bring your feet together and step back to the front of your mat and come into mountain pose, Tadasana. All right, so we're going to move through a sun salutation. Inhale, float your arms overhead. Exhale, and then taking that forward fold. As you inhale, reach your heart forward. Now you're going to step back to that plank pose. You can go straight into down dog or lower chaturanga. Inhale, you can take an up dog, maybe it's a cobra. As you exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. As you inhale, glide your right leg up. Step your foot through between your hands, right foot to the right. You want to stay on the ball of your left foot. And you're going to come into this high lunge crescent pose. Now, if you're feeling a little wobbly, because that happens, life is just wobbly at times, separate your feet the width of your hips, right? So you're not in a tightrope. Now, place your hands to prayer position. Now, I want you to take deep breath through the spine, lean out over your right thigh, and then twist towards the right, hooking your left elbow, maybe it's your tricep, okay? Some of you, it might feel better to bring your left knee down. That's always an option to modify, okay? So you can stay here and draw the shoulder blades in. Take one more deep breath. Now place your hands to the mat. Step your right foot back to a plank pose and then lift your hips, down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Step your foot through between your hands. Stay on the ball of your right foot. Make sure your feet are hips distance so you feel stable. And then come up into a high lunge crescent pose. Place your hands to prayer. Take a deep breath. Now, as you lean out of your left thigh, you're going to start to twist toward your left and then hook your right tricep. You can bring your hands into prayer position. If it's better for you to lower your knee down, uncurl your toes, right? Emphasizing your breath and your upper spine. It gets a little sticky and tricky when we're twisting, so take another inhale. As you exhale, place your hands to the ground. Now, push off your right foot, step forward. Inhale, as you come up halfway, exhale and take your forward fold. As you inhale, root down, rise up, reach towards the sky, and then hands come to the heart. Now, we're going to take a twist. It's a little bit more tricky than the first one we started with. So you might want to have a block or a book. Start with your feet about the width of your hips. Right foot stays forward. Step your left foot back, kind of like you did if you were in the video beforehand, pyramid pose. Now, from here, reach your left arm up towards the sky. Make sure your feet are hips distance. Hinge your pelvis, and then place your left hand down. So it can be here or to the outside of your foot. This is where it's helpful to have something to put your hand on. Take that deep breath, and then as you begin to revolve to the right, you can stay right here. You can reach your right arm out and maybe up towards the sky, but that sticky place, right? We stay and breathe. Life will take us on many twists and turns. So these twists help us unravel tension, open up space, feel more liberated from the inside out. Take one more deep breath, right hand comes down. Place your hands to your hips, come all the way up to standing, step your left foot forward. Take a pause. What moved? What shifts? We're opening up new real estate inside your body, not just physically, energetically. And take a few moments in that transition. What opens? All right, so the left foot will stay as it is. You'll step your right foot back about a leg's distance, feet are hips distance, so they're not a tightrope. Float your right arm up towards the sky. Hinge your pelvis out of your left thigh. Now place your hand inside, maybe outside or on some kind of prop. Take that deep breath, extend through the spine, and as you continue to revolve to the left, you can stay right here. You can place your left arm out and maybe up, right? And wherever you feel stuck, because this is what happens, that's okay. The practice mirrors back where we have tension, where there's tightness. And the only way to change it is to stay with it and breathe. It's a kind of courage to not give up, right? But to give over sometimes where we check out so you stay checked in. Take one more inhale, and then left hand comes down. Place your hands to your hips, come all the way up to standing. Step your right foot forward, and then take a few moments. Yes, if you want to do a little shake or a wiggle, we clear energy. As a woman who's lived many years on this planet, life takes you in so many unexpected twists and turns, and I know you all get that. And so the more that we move where maybe we have hurt or felt pain and pushed it down, we let it move through so that we're not stuck and that there is a way forward. And we stay in presence and in the process of self-love and self-understanding. Thank you for joining me.